Awesome. Okay, we are live. I'm going to tweet this in just 1 second. Oh, it was right there. Wait, come back. There we go. There, the chat. Cool. Now I can tweet. That will pause. Okay, sorry guys. Bear with me while we go. Switch. Lab. It's always fun when you have to switch. Okay, I'll tweet that out from my phone. That is crazy. Okay, it's being weird. It's so much easier to use the Twitter app than Twitter on, like, the main page, like PC or whatever. Yeah, whatever it's called. Yeah. That's kind of funny. CollabTheFlab. Now I need the link on my phone. Awesome. Sorry, this is taking so long. Ah, there we go. We do have someone watching already.
Fine.
Alright, so I'll just tweet while we're doing this. Okay, so to get this started, so as you guys might see, we do have 2 new faces in the group, and I'm going to introduce them in a minute. I want to talk about some changes that we're doing to the channel. It started out at the beginning of the year. There was 5 of us, and the main goal was that we were all going to lose 100 pounds each. So that's why it was called the 500-Pound Project, with the nickname CollabTheFlab. And that was it. We were gung-ho. We were going to do it. Well, as with any weight loss project, if you get so focused on the numbers, then you burn out really fast. And 2-3 months into it, it started to become less about support. And I don't know, like, I personally wasn't feeling supported, and I don't think that I was supporting others in the way that they wanted to be supported. It was just kind of craziness. So we did some revamping back then, and things got a lot better. But now we're all kind of plateauing again, and we realize that we want to get back to support again. So we decided, why are we capping ourselves at 5 members when there's lots of people who have been supportive of us and wanted to join in, and we could use all the help we could get. So we've decided to bring on, right now we're looking at about 5 more members. So the initial 5 have, well, the 5 that we've been with are still there. But we are trying to bring on, we have 3 for sure right now and 2 more that look like they're going to be joining in. So that'll bring us to about 10. Now what this means is that we are going to go back to weekly updates. However, maybe not all of us will be updating each week. We can take weeks off as we can, but we've all committed to a minimum of 1 update a month each so that we can still be accountable. Obviously we want to shoot for more than 1 a week, but that's what we're going for. So, that said, we do have 2 of our new members with us tonight, and I'm really excited for you guys to meet them. We're going to kind of chat with them tonight, and then next Sunday we're also going to do another update where we'll have pre-recorded introductions to them. So, Quinn, since you logged in first, I'm going to start with you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, kind of what your story is, and kind of what your health goals are.
Okay, so I was born and raised in West Texas. My husband is in the Marine Corps. We got married pretty young, and so we've been bouncing around, living different places. We've been on the East Coast. Now we're back on the West Coast in Southern California. And I was always an overweight child. I was more active. I played soccer growing up. I was in marching band in high school, so I was always pretty active until I got married, and then my activity level went way down, and I noticed that the pounds were kind of racking up. I also have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it makes it really, really difficult to lose weight and very, very easy to gain weight. So I noticed that I was packing on pounds more and more. We have been trying to conceive for a couple years. I've gone through 2 miscarriages, and my last one was March of 2014. And in that 18 months, I have just gone on a downward spiral and continued to gain weight fast, like an additional 50 pounds in that 18 months. So whenever I saw that this collab was opening up to more members, I was super excited because I know that having that accountability is what I need in order to be successful. Having that support, the people, you know, encouraging me and cheering me on and stuff. So I'm really excited. My main health goal is just to be healthy enough to conceive naturally and go full term with the pregnancy so that we can start our family. So that's kind of my story.
That's a tough one. I mean, we all have, like, I mean, definitely we all have our stories, that's for sure. But as always is, like, everybody's story just, like, touches my heart and stuff. And for those of you who don't know, Quinn actually emailed us, and immediately when we read her email, we were just like, oh my gosh, like, we need this girl on our team because she's amazing, and just your story just really kind of touched the hearts of a lot of us. I've never had a miscarriage, but I've also never been able to get pregnant, and so it's kind of like I can relate to that devastation, you know, and like the goal of, you know, wanting to get to a point where you could carry a pregnancy. So we're definitely going to be here for you, girl. We're going to get you there. But awesome. All right, and then Devin, go ahead and tell us your story. You there, Devin?
I guess it's always kind of hard. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm having some issues here. All right, having some issues here, I think, on my end. But as far as me, I guess I'm just struggle with weight up and down a good bit. Good part of my my married life. I'm a fantastic cook, and I don't know when to stop eating. It's a part of the problem.
Garbage disposal. I think we're losing you, Devin. Oh, I think he froze. Shoot. Well, from what I gathered so far, his wife is an amazing cook. And then he froze. But that's, we'll kind of chat about that till he can come back. That's kind of a lot of people, you know, who, when they get married, especially people who, like, haven't really been necessarily on their own, or even if they have, just, like, married life, you just kind of, like, settle down and get into habits and stuff like that. That's certainly, like, a common story where you sadly gain weight.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to share a little bit of my story with you, Quinn, since I don't know if Devin can hear us. So my story is kind of similar in the way that, like, I've been heavy my whole entire life. Like, I mean, obviously, almost every baby is chubby, and then they grow out of it. I never grew out of it. But once I kind of hit my 20s, like, so I was always just kind of thicker. Once I hit my 20s, it just kind of snowballed, and then I got married, and it just kind of kept going from there. My husband and I had weight loss surgery in 2011, and at the time I had lost almost 200 pounds, and my husband lost just over 200 pounds. But we started trying for a kid at that point as well, and just not getting pregnant, and I wasn't quite, like, at my goal weight when we started. I was taking hormones, and I was just getting depressed, and my anxiety was kind of out of control. And so I started, like, this weight. I haven't by any means gotten back to where I was, but before surgery, but I did gain back a significant amount of the weight I lost with surgery. So now I only have the benefit of the surgery of having a smaller stomach size, so I get full fast, but I also get hungry fast. So now I have to deal with head hunger and dealing with that. So, and since the collab started at the beginning of the year, I've lost, I think it was 25 pounds. But in the last month, which I'll talk about in our next update, I've gained, I think, 5 pounds back. So that's not good. We have to get back on that. But Devin's back. Devin, can you hear us this time?
Can you guys see me? Because I'm having issues on my end. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That happens to the best of us. But yeah, we
Maybe.
can see.
Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so basically, my wife's a fantastic cook. Diabetes runs in my family. I'm trying not to get on that spectrum at all because of I'm actually on the opposite end of as being hypoglycemic. But I've been told many times if I drop some weight, then and I watch what I eat and I take care of myself, I will be happy and healthy. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm lazy a lot of times.
I hear you.
So
Definitely hear you. I know with the miles challenge, it started on, which I'll talk about in a second, but it started on Saturday. I just barely put in some miles today because it's like so much easier to be lazy. That's good though that you're
very much
aware.
so.
Yeah, like it's good that you're aware of your family history though, and like that you know your family history, that you can take it into control before it's even a problem. Like that's definitely a good thing.
Well, I try to keep track of it all, but it's most of my problem is actually all self-control than anything else. But I'll eventually, I cut out soft drinks, which was the biggest thing. So now I'm just working on everything else.
Nice. That's actually really hard. There's a lot of people that can't even cut out the soda, so that's a huge first step. That's definitely good.
Who knows? I'll get there one day.
You can do it. That's why I'm excited because like when we started this project, like obviously where we all wanted to lose 100 pounds, like we were trying to get people in a specific weight range at the start. And what I'm excited about now is like I'm kind of like, I'm a control freak, I can admit that. And so like I obviously wanted things to be a certain way. And as the years gone on, like I love that I'm like letting go of that and like having people with different goals. Like even if you want to lose like 100 pounds or 5 pounds, or you're not trying to lose weight at all, you're just trying to like get your health under control. Like I'm really excited to have different degrees of people in our group because I think that we're all of value to each other and we can all definitely be a certain support, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
That's kind of what this is about. It's to drop a bunch of weight. It's more of, hey, let's support each other because we all have different issues and let's just be happy. I mean, that's really the key.
Exactly. My husband's in the chat and he's saying, so when we were getting ready to have our weight loss surgery, one of the big things was that we wanted to quit soda, and so we actually quit soda before we had surgery. And now at his work, they have those freestyle Coke machines where like you can pick the different soda and like different add-ins and stuff. And so he's fallen back into drinking it. And I drink soda now, but not like every day. It's more of like not even if we go out to eat. It's just more of like a random on the weekend I'll have a glass because it's, I guess I've made it into a treat now, which is bad. So I like start scaling even that back. But it's kind of interesting being like I'm not addicted to it as I was. So it's kind of nice having control over it. It gives me a little bit of hope for one day if I can get control over other food, that I can have them as a treat and not have to have them every day or with every meal or, you know. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
We have them every now and then, but I try.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I was saying, like it's just kind of awesome when you can like have control over it. Like you said, it's like all about the self-control. Because I mean, the thing, and as cheesy as it is always said, like when it's a lifestyle change and blah blah blah. I'm just like, oh gosh, and like of course you don't want to make cheat meals and cheat drinks and that sort of stuff like the norm, but like with a lifestyle change, like you have to be able to have the control over the things that the foods and the drinks that have power over you, so that you can have them and have control over them still. Like I think that's what we're all kind of striving towards. My big thing right now is getting sugar under control. It's like always.
Yeah, sugar and carbs are like the most difficult thing for me. They appeal to me, and those are like the worst things for people with PCOS is, you know, to have that sugar intake and those carbs. But so yeah, I'm having to learn self-control in those areas.
Yeah. There's been so many times where I'm like, okay, no sugar, no carbs, and I like quit both of them, and I can go really strong for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then it's just like I can't keep up with it. And so that's when it's like, okay, maybe if I have like a planned cheat meal, and usually that goes over better, but it's been weird. Like life lately has gotten so busy. It's calmed down for me in the last little bit, but like I have a full-time job, and then I've also made YouTube a full-time job, and I actually maybe put more hours into all of the aspects that go into YouTube. So I sleep like 3 hours at night, and the rest of the time I'm like working on one of these 2 jobs. And so then it's just kind of like I just mindlessly eat anything that's available.
Yeah.
Well, me being a Southern boy, like for dinner tonight we had breakfast for dinner. Of course, I'm a big grit fan, so I got me a nice big bowl, not a little bowl, big bowl of grits. Threw some eggs in it, threw some ham. Of course, you got to have all the butter in there, and then some grilled salt and pepper and everything else. And yeah, it was really good. I can tell you that. But my thing is more portions than anything else. I know if I cut back on the portions, if I watched what I, how I did things and what I did, and cut back on the carbs, cut back on all that stuff, it would be easier. But it's just all so good. And
I know. Why did they do that to us? Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that like all health food tastes bad, because there's lots of health food that tastes good. But that's the thing, is like we'll pack our house full of health food, and then I overeat the healthy food, and I'm just like, I can't win. I mean, I can win. I obviously have to get it under control, but it's just like we had a bunch of Quest bars that we got from Blogger Fair, and I was eating those instead of as a meal replacement as a candy bar, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is wrong with me? Anyway, good times, good times.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep too much of everyone's time tonight. I just wanted to kind of talk about the changes that we were making to the channel, and also talk about the fitness challenge that we've got going on. For those of you who are watching, we put up a video about it 2 weeks ago. Maybe it's been even 3 weeks ago. But it's kind of like Diet Bet, and it did start on Saturday, but it's not too late to join in. You can actually join in until like even the last day. What it is we're going for 4 weeks, and within that 4 weeks, you need to walk or run 20 miles. And you can do all 20 miles at once. You can do 5 miles 4 times. You can do a mile a day. Whatever works for you, however you get to 20 miles, you get to 20 miles. And how you track it is through, there's a couple of different like apps you can use. Like I like Runkeeper, but there's a few others that are on the website, which is linked below, that will like log it. So today I finally went out and walked, and I used Runkeeper, and then as soon as I completed my run on Runkeeper, it connected to FitCrown's website, which is the website that's hosting the challenge, and then it gave me my miles for the day. So in the way that it's like Diet Bet is that you have to put your $20 into the pot, and then if you hit your 20 miles, and then if you go more, but if you hit your minimum of 20 miles, you get your $20 back, and then you split the money of the people who don't make it. Now, this first round is not like a competition. We're actually hoping that every single one of us will hit the 20 miles and that we just get our $20 back. There's some people who are on this website and they just join every challenge, and there's a few people I think that have already even hit the 20 miles because they're avid runners. I don't want anybody to look at them and be discouraged. It's not about who goes the farthest. It's about getting our entire team, which is every single person in that challenge, to the 20 miles. And there's also like a discussion board on there so we can kind of chat back and forth and kind of talk about it. So, yeah. And I think both of you are in it, right? I'm not sure. I know Quinn is. You're not yet. Okay.
I'll probably do the next round.
Yeah. And that's fine. You don't have to, like, I don't want anybody to feel like they have to join this one, because especially some of our members, the initial $20 was kind of hard to put up. Money's tight for everybody, and that's totally fine. There's a lot of people who are doing it just in spirit with us and just kind of telling us via Twitter that they did some miles that day, and that is fantastic. If we can support through Twitter, that's great. This is just a way to like have it all kind of like another accountability, and for those who like can put in the money, like you could potentially earn money. But yeah, like I'm really excited about it. It was really hard, and I don't know, like I was really emotional walking today. I've been going through like a lot of stuff, and anytime I go for a walk, I just like get in my head and blah. But it was good. I went for a walk today. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I waited until it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, this is miserable. Like, and it really made me realize like I need to be more disciplined about waking up early and going for a walk before it gets hot, because
Yeah.
It was awful. But I did it.
Well, the next few rounds, hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. I mean, you're in California. Kind of always a little warm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Looking back in the chat, just kind of saying, like, yeah, they need to get their sugar under control as well. And that's Donna, I think. And then Tyson is saying that Devin, he wants to come over for a Southern meal because he used to live in Florida and he misses Southern food. Or Karen, I don't know why I said Donna.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I love my Southern food.
I'm not a huge fan. Like, Tyson and I have been back to Florida a few times, and, like, I've tried, like, I don't know. I had a roommate from South Carolina, so, like, I get the grits. I like grits with lots of butter, of course. But
well, you gotta have butter.
If you don't have butter, then it's just this bland mush.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's like oatmeal or cream of wheat. If they're not done right, it just tastes gross. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I guess there's a breakfast place around here that does grits with cheese, and it's pretty good when it comes out hot. But the minute it cools down, then like the cheese like just makes it cement and it's not so good.
Right. Yeah. I've been struggling because I can't find good cornmeal. So my mom is actually sending me some cornmeal from back east, so I can actually have some good cornbread. So.
Oh, nice. Tyson's probably over there drooling.
All these 7.
But I mean, the thing is like you can have all the good things that you want to have. It's just all about balance and getting.
That's exactly it.
Exactly. So. Not going to say you can't have your grits and your cornbread.
I just got to have less of it. Smaller portions.
I'm kind of lucky because the one food that I'm absolutely addicted to is actually okay for me. I'm addicted to lots of things, but my most favorite treat ever is a jerky called turkey jerky. And it's probably the most unhealthy of all jerkies in the world, but it's protein, and it's so good. It's like the best jerky ever, and it's like, I don't know, it's It's just I'm addicted to it so bad. Like we like negotiate, like we're having like stretched money. I'm like, okay, I would rather give up lunch every single day if I get my X amount of bags of turkey jerky in the week.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny. I don't know what they lace it with, but something addictive, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure there's sugar in the glaze, and that's probably what it is. But we're just going to pretend that it's just good, healthy jerky.
Oh, pork. The only way to do it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, mostly I wanted to just kind of talk about the changes and how excited we are for all the new peeps. I don't have your guys' everyone who's joining in has a YouTube channel, so we'll be linking you guys. You're not linked in this one, but I'll come back and edit it after and put YouTube's link into it, and then we'll always be linking everyone's channel in the description because we really encourage everyone to come and also look at everybody's channels because everyone has awesome channels. Like I watch every channel, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's some really incredible YouTubers, and they all want to like work together for a common health goal, and it's awesome. So, yay. Cool. All right. Well, we will be back next week. I know we've been doing every other week, but for sure we're back next week with an update. It might just be our new members and an introduction to them so you guys can know them as familiar faces as well. And then we'll be back the following week with updates for old and new, and we'll start fresh again, which is exciting. So thank you for watching, guys. We love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.